What do you want your RPG to feel like? A grounded fantasy or a setup to a joke? Something like a dragon person, a demon person, and a cat walk into a bar. Because the moment you allow things like a Kenku, a Dragonborn, a Tiefling, or a Tabaxi into your world, well, you've set the tone of that world. And many DMs don't realize it. When talking about available races for your game, there are typically two options, though there are shades of gray. Option 1, the full fantasy spread. Elves, dwarves, tieflings, dragonborn, tabaxi, kenku, turtles, goblins, orcs, and the list goes on. Option number 2 is human only. These two differences are not small by any means. Each one facilitates a completely different game. I personally like both at different times, depending on my mood and what I'm trying to get across in the world or the setting that we're playing in. Mixed race parties are the default in D&D, Pathfinder, and even Shadowdark, and it's what you probably have been used to at your table as well. And look, it works. With these furries, you get what seems like instant character identity, visual variety, and huge high fantasy energy. A player can sit down at the table and say, I'm playing a Dragonborn paladin with a dark past. Done. There's no notes, no follow-up questions, you're just off and running. So what does it do to your world? When every race exists in your world, mystery and the strange exit the building. I'm reminded of Syndrome from The Incredibles. When everyone is super, no one will be. Or if everyone's unique, no one will be. So, you walk into a tavern, and you see a sexy horned purple demon, wagging tails on cat people, glowing-eyed angel people, and tankard-drinking dragon people, and no one reacts. At that point, nothing is strange anymore. It's all just commonplace. And dare I say, uninspired? Except at the beginning, at character creation, you as a player are thinking that you're gonna play this very unique character. Playing a Kenku bird person feels special and maybe even inspired. Then you walk into a tavern and find out that you're not very special at all. You've just basically donned a furry cosplay suit. It's fun, sure, but it sets the tone of the game, the world, and the environment. When everything is exotic, strange, and weird, mystery leaves the world. Now let's flip it. What if you had a human-only campaign? At first it seems like you're taking options away, and technically you are, right? But what you're actually doing is removing noise. With a human-centric campaign, cultures matter. Faith in certain gods matter. Yes, that could also switch over to the furry type as well, but I think we get a little bit more exact. Survival, for some reason, seems to matter more. Anything strange could disrupt your culture, threaten it, and may see it destroyed. Your reputation matters. And you aren't pigeonholed to a gruff-sounding Dragonborn or the typical Scottish brogue dwarf, because everyone starts from generally the same place. What it does to your world. And this is where it gets powerful. When your world feels grounded, the strange and mysterious slaps a lot harder. A rumor of strange beings at the edge of the forest now matters. A shadowy figure at the edge of a nearby lake matters. That's not just flavor, that's a problem that needs to be investigated or solved. Let's compare this directly. With a mixed race game, a tiefling walks into the bar and no one bats an eye. In a human-only game, a horned humanoid comes into the tavern. The entire room goes quiet, chairs scrape, hands go to weapons, and someone starts praying. It's the same visual, but a completely different impact. You don't make monsters scary by adding more monsters, you make them scary by making them rare. This also changes the player's focus. In a mixed race game, you have, like I mentioned before, the gruff voice Dragonborn, the Scottish brogue dwarf, the sexy tiefling. The race and that character come partially pre-built. And of course, roleplay is faster, but often lighter. Not always, but often. In human-centric games, there's nowhere to hide. There's no built-in personality. There's no, I'm interesting because I look different, which in turn makes you the same as everybody else. Listen, you can't just show up with horns and call it character depth. And to some, it could be considered lazy gaming. It's great for a beer and pretzels sort of game or one shot, and you're definitely gonna get a lot of laughs. But if you're playing a human-centric game, there's more opportunity for layers and depth. What you believe, what you fear, what you're willing to do, what makes you different. So who are each of these styles for? Mixed race D&D. Great for new players, great for high fantasy games, great for big, heroic, over-the-top fantasy. It's fast, it's flexible, and oftentimes very comical. But more often than not, at least in my experience, yours is probably way different, but it devolves into the goofy rather quickly. Human-only D&D, great for immersion, great for darker tones, great for grounded, believable worlds. This is where you get tension and mystery and consequences. And to be perfectly blunt, this is where you get those unforgettable, amazing campaigns. The real takeaway: this isn't about being better. Please don't misunderstand me. It's about intention. If you want chaos and color where the strange and unusual is common, play with all the furries. If you want weight and serious tone and arguably a bit more immersion, try human-centric. I can already hear the comments. Oh, we play with all the different races and we get really serious games. If you're looking at just your own experience, there's probably a lot more to the picture the world over than you might think. Here's the challenge. If you've never tried a human-centric campaign, I dare you to try it. And don't tell me you tried it once and it was like maybe a historical campaign with that asshat DM. No, give it a real try. And then come back and let me know how it goes. Because when we look at playing all these different furries, like the Dragonborn and the Kenku and all of that, aren't we really just anthropomorphizing? That is, putting human ideals and characteristics on these furry creatures? I mean, what really is the difference? If you're honest, you'll probably say nothing. You're just playing a human in a fursuit, or a scale suit, or a turtle shell suit. Fun? Absolutely. But the older I get, the more I'm looking for depth. That is, until I play the one-shot of Mouse Ritter. So let me know. Are you going to give this a try? Are you going to try an all-human-centric campaign? I know your players are going to resist it, but you're the DM. Freaking just make it happen. And then after a short series of a campaign, you may never, ever want to go back. To furries, that is. And if you're wondering how to make your human-centric characters more interesting, have a lot more depth, make sure you watch my next video. And yeah, we're gonna delve into all that goodness. Let me know how you play in the comments. Are you all furries or are you human-centric only? All right, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Agranak Studios today, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.